Hello, everybody. Welcome to B.O.W.S. I know it's been a minute. Oh my gosh. Talk about stuff going on. So, to all of my regular viewers and listeners, just to really give you the quick version. So, last week, I went to my daughter to the park and lost my keys, and then it was just this whole breakdown from incident to incident to incident to just made it so whereas I could not get home in time to do my live. So I do apologize for the past 2 weeks. It's just been hectic and crazy around here. So thank you guys for being so patient and waiting. Trust me, you got great things in store. This conversation is going to be phenomenal. I'm so excited for the person who I have that's going to be here with us. So just to give you some information, we are streaming from Facebook, my personal page, Sienna Boone. We're also streaming from our business page, B.O.W.S, and we're streaming also from YouTube Live. So if you want to go onto YouTube, in the search engine, you're going to put B.O.W.S Sienna, okay? And there you would have you would get to see the broadcast. So for all those who are tuning in, wonderful. So listen, y'all know every time I start off, hey guys, welcome to B.O.W.S. B.O.W.S stands for the Beauty of a Woman's Strength. This is a nonprofit organization, a women's empowerment group. And we are here every Wednesday. Hold on, let me get my glasses. Sorry for all my junk in the background. So we're here every Wednesday from 7 to 8. Sometimes we go over, sometimes we don't. It depends on discussion and conversation. So I just want to, every time I come on, I always like to read my my mission statement and why I do what I do, okay? So just to give you a synopsis of what we do here in this business, we're our sisterhood dedicating to empowering the lives of women across the world. Our mission is to build stronger women from within by enhancing the knowledge of who they are and to connect with the power that resides in unity. We will commit to withstanding all adversities with poise, beauty, and love, forever showing the essence of a woman's touch through prayer and fasting, to never giving up, to never devalue ourselves, but we'll vow to be strong and knowing that together we make the strongest bow. Listen, we're here to serve you in any way, shape, or form of capacity that we can. And with that, we have a strong sisterhood. We come together once a month for a tea time. Sorry, I'm all over the place right now. I'm dropping stuff. We come together once a month for tea time. We got one coming up. I think it's at the end of this month. It's going to be July 30th. So this is the one I'm doing. So I will be hosting a B.O.W.S tea time, July 30th. So, and the topic is going to be diamonds and pearls. So please, y'all want to come out to this. We have some fun. All right. So listen, I will have all the information. Also, you can go to beautybowls.com. That's BEAUTIBOWS. Go to beautybowls.com to get all the information that you need when it comes down to what we're doing in this organization. Okay. Trust and believe. It is well worth it. You see at the bottom, we also ask for donations. So if you are looking to donate to a company that is diligent, that works with people, that actually is doing the work in the community, this is one. So we would love and appreciate your donations. You can donate below. I think it's Cash App, it's Venmo. You can also hit me up, inbox me if you want to send it to my personal address. That's great too, just to help us do the work in the community. We give back to the kids for school time. We give for Thanksgiving. We give for Christmas. We go throughout the year doing Father's Day, Mother's Day, birthdays, all kinds of things. We're trying to get something for the young girls that's coming up. We do a lot in the community, and it costs money. A lot of it I fund, but I would love your support. That would be so great. So thank you so much for that. We're also coming together in December to do a Christmas ball. So that's also going to be a fundraiser. So it's a ticketed event. It's either going to be December 17th or 18th. So we're working out the logistics for that. So yes, and don't forget, I'm also team up with Amazon. Listen, if you're looking for a job, they are hiring. They start you off with $15 an hour. Please go to Amazon.com/explorers jobs. And you in the search in the little code box, you can put Jersey now to 77088. Okay, that's the number 77088. Okay, so definitely go to Amazon and try to apply if you're looking for a job. There's also other companies that I am connected to that are hiring as well. So if you're looking for a job, please hit me up. Don't forget about it. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure I didn't lose her. Okay. So yes. So our topic, let's get to the good stuff. So I will come back to you again. So I know we started off, and I don't know if you guys saw the flyer, but this is Miss Lauren Duncan. I want to bring her on. We're going to have this great conversation about empowerment, and I know she does a lot of work. So I'm going to bring her on, none other than introducing to you Miss Lauren Duncan. Welcome her, everybody. Yay!
Hello. I was about to say
Hello.
welcome. Hello. Thank
I
you for
know.
having me.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm so excited that we finally get to meet. We finally get to link up. I'm loving what you're
Yes.
doing. Oh my gosh, it's like amazing. So, like,
Thank
just talk about yourself. Introduce yourself to everybody. Let us know who you are, what you do.
Well, first, I want to say that we do something very similar, which is women empowerment. But I am the founder of a women's nonprofit by the name of Fresh Genesis. We are a wellness or wholeness centered um, nonprofit where we basically help women learn how to live in total wellness on a daily basis. We create a sisterhood with these women that feel like they're stuck in whatever area, and we connect them with the experts that can give them the tools to know how to do that. So I'm really excited because all the stuff that you're saying that you do throughout the year, that's things that we do as well, because most of the women that we have are connected to families. So whether they're wives or mothers, we want to help them and support them outside of, just their internal beings, but we want to help them with the things that actually cause their minds to rattle throughout the year. So I'm
Yes,
excited to be joined here with you guys because this is
that's
this is awesome.
amazing. You know, it's funny because I'm seeming to get so much connections with a lot of people that are doing this kind of stuff, and I'm just it's overwhelming and wonderful. And that's like I want us to be able to all come together one time and just really have this really big thing, because I feel like empowerment is so underrated, right? And it's not really exposed as much as everything else is. We got all this
Right.
information about so much other things, but just to be the simplest thing of being empowered is so powerful, but yet kind of like under the radar. So that's why I wanted to kind of us to really talk about, why is being empowered so important? Like, why, what is some of the reasons what you would say of the, why
Well,
empowerment is important?
I'm sorry. Well, we don't need reasons to be disempowered. We can wake up and look around us and just look at the negativity that's going on. We can lay in the bed. We don't even have to leave our houses. We can look around and see what needs to be fixed or what bill needs to be paid. You can sit and close your eyes. You don't even have to look at anything. You can think negatively if you really not even try. If you really just think about it now, you could just think of some things that can really tear you down. So it's really a struggle sometimes for us to find the encouragement or the push to keep going. And it's really important, and I really appreciate that it's groups like yours and mine that actually take time out to think of little things that can help somebody along their journey. So
Yeah,
it's really important to have things like that.
absolutely. It's like, I don't, it's the little things that, like you said, make the difference. And even though, It may
Mhm.
not be like billions and billions of dollars that we're giving away, but we're adding value to someone's life, right? And that's the thing I love that brings my heart. I love it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a giver. I'm such a giver. It's not even funny, and I know what it is, and I know the experience of what it is to be encouraged, to be empowered by someone. When you're down and out through life experiences, and how significant it is for someone to speak into your life or to help you with something, to support you in some kind of way, shape, or form, and how effective that is, and it just changes your whole view on life, on how to really deal with people, and even within your own self, right?
Right. Right. The thing that's surprisingly shocking sometimes is, they always be like, check on your strong friend. When we have our sessions, there's so many people that you would just assume are just doing so well in life. And they're the most people, or at times they're the people that need it the most. Like, because I said we have a lot of moms and wives that carry so much. Like, we always have to be the ones that are pouring into other people. That we need that person to just say, hey, I see you. Like, keep going. You're doing the right thing. Or even ooh, one day at a time, girl, I've been there too. Like, whatever, we need that because people often forget about us because we're always doing it. And we don't want to always do it.
Right. and,
Right?
and you know
We
what
need
you
it.
know what they do. They mistake strength and going for like invisibility. Like, we're
Hmm.
not invisible. We're not, what's that word, when you can just
Invincible.
kind of, yeah, invincible, that's the word. Like, they mistake going and strength for like I'm invincible. I'm not invincible. Like, I need a break too, like I need someone to tell me good job too, or to help me with
Right.
little things. And that's the thing about strong women. Like, when you come off strong, a lot of times people mistaking you like, oh, she good. Like, she good. She
Right.
don't let that, don't you can't look at that as a facade, because at the end of the day, and then another responsibility for us is to say it, right? And I teach my girls,
Hmm.
how will I know how to help you if you don't tell me? Nobody's
Right.
mind readers. I ain't Wonder Woman. I definitely cannot read your mind. You have to be your own advocate for yourself, because if I the only way that
Hmm.
I can help you is if I know how to, right? And that's one thing that I
Right.
I always talk about. Do you find yourself like
But
doing that
then,
too?
yes, and then the fact that some people don't feel like they can say it. We talk about creating safe places for people to be able to say it. Because again, when you're the strong one, people don't expect you to say it. Or even if you aren't so strong, I'm from Philadelphia. I'm not sure where you are, but there's so many people that like to talk about everybody and everything, and they will really expect, even you could be poor living on the same block as somebody, but let you not have what they have, and now you're the bid. That's what they say in Philly. You're the joke. Like, you're the one that we're always talking about. So people have to feel like they can talk to you.
Right.
And it's a lot of places or a lot of people, and I would say parents, that would be like, you should have been able to come to me. I'm your mom. But you tear me down every time I do something bad, or every time you think it's something that is not what you would have done. You don't give me that opening, or you don't give me that safe place to come to you. So we have to learn how to be there for other people so that they can feel that they can be an advocate for themselves, like you said. So I do agree with you, um that closed mouths don't get fed, because like you said, there's a couple people out here doing what we do, but if you don't show up, if you don't come get this free stuff, or not even
Right.
free all the time, but you know what I mean, if you don't get this
Right. Right.
information, then that's
Right.
on you, because you can expect people to save you. And I'm with you. Like, you have to be able to say, I need help, and
Absolutely.
we got to be there.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
it's tied to pride. It's tied to pride, and sometimes, or just not really wanting to let anybody in. but sometimes you gotta put yourself in a vulnerable place because it's going to help you, right? It's going to help you in the long run. And it's kind of hard. It's hard because if you're going through like a traumatic situation, you don't want nobody to know your business. If you got evicted or something like that,
Right.
and you said the best word ever that you can ever have in a person's life is a safe space. And that's what we try
Mm-hmm.
to create, right? A safe space to let people know, like, because when we have so I have a thing called tea time, right? So we meet once a month, and in it, we make sure that when we come together, immediately everyone knows this is a safe space. You can be yourself. There's no judgment here, and we talk about so much stuff. Some people cry, we laugh. Our last tea time was amazing. People was crying. There was people talking that never talked. There was people who had, because we have like a Q&A, so they'll ask questions. And like these people, I'm just like, I ain't never heard them people talk, so it's amazing how you can pull that out. But the only way that will happen is if you do create a safe space, and I'm not about the talk, the catty stuff. We don't listen.
Right.
Let me tell you something. I'm very forward, right? I live in New Jersey. So I'm a very forward person. You would never have to guess what I'm thinking. Absolutely not. I keep it real, 110%. Like, you feel me? Like, okay, we keep it all the way real around here. And
I need that
so
shirt.
yeah. Oh, thank
I
you,
need that
boo.
shirt.
It's my brand, girl, the queen. Girl, listen, it's
Oh
my
yeah.
brand. I got some more stuff coming, but not right now. I can't talk about it right now. It's in the making. But yeah, yeah, it's like I keep it all the way real, and especially as a queen, you gotta keep it real. You gotta set your standards and teach people how to treat you at the end of the day. So that's what I try to make sure the girls know.
Exactly.
Like, when we coming together, like this love, you don't understand when you don't know what people going through. You don't know their struggle. You don't know their history.
Mm-hmm.
People bring the past. I'm like, I have a lot of therapists, and I'm in therapy my own self. I have a therapist myself, and you never know how
Same here.
people, right, bring in the past. They bring their past with them, even as grown-ups, right? You think it's over as a teenager, but
Mm-hmm.
no. So it's like you never know, like, how you can affect a person, and then so in order for you to create the best potential of a person, right? That's what it says here. It says their fullest potential. So for somebody to reach that, you have to create a safe space, right?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about you saying, teaching people how to treat you. I say that all the time. I'm like, and the way you treat yourself, and this brings back to the empowerment part. The way you treat yourself tells somebody how they can treat you too. And if we are so busy talking bad about ourselves, allowing other people to be in our space when we really don't want them there, if we are handling our money crazy, then that allows somebody to come borrow money from you and do whatever with their money, not pay it back. Like whatever. How you treat yourself gives permission to other people.
Yeah.
And we have to know better. And they always be like, oh, if you know better, you do better. Most of the time that's true. And I say
Most
most
of
of
the
the
time.
time because a lot of times people come to things like this and they get all the information but never apply it.
Right.
And I'm like, unless you do something with this knowledge and people see the change, then they're going to still treat you the way that they used to. And I actually ran into somebody that I used to hang with a lot. And I'm like, sir, you don't know me. And he's like, oh, yes, I do. Like, we spent all, like, you do not know me. You knew me, but you don't know me now. So I have to teach you now, what I allow and what I don't allow. Oh, I don't do that anymore. And then you get the faces like, oh, you acting new. I am new. And you have to know that in order to be around me. If that's not okay with you, then that's not okay with me. And that's back to what I was saying when you were talking about creating boundaries. Like, we need to create standards and boundaries, and it doesn't mean that you're better than somebody. It doesn't mean that um you think higher of yourself than whatever, but you just know things that you don't want no more. And you have
Right.
to, your wellness, your health, like your joy, your peace, all that matters. And when somebody disrupts it, like that's on you. That's not on the other person because you allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even how you react to things happening is on you. So we have to really be able to set these boundaries and really stick to them, because
Right.
that's the key to being whole, as I talk about, and really staying in power and being able to pour into somebody else. Because if you don't
And
know, you can't help nobody.
so I like what you said about staying empowered, because yeah, we'll all get our charge, right? We get a charge, we get our sister, thing, boom, and we up. But then it's a whole nother, thing to actually stay that way, going through life
Hmm.
and actually having to stay that way.
I'm
And it's
like,
like, so what do you do to kind of keep yourself in that place?
so like I said, it's easy to wake up in the morning and to start thinking things. Like if you really just be like, oh my gosh, today I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like you have to really stop before, like even if you feel yourself doing that, you have to change that thought. So what I do is I start my day out with a devotion. I'm a Christian, so I
Me
sit
too.
in God's presence and I really sit still, and I don't think about nothing. I'm either listening to music or I'm listening to a devotional read to me as I wake up, because I don't want to do anything, because if I start doing stuff, I'll start moving around, then I'm start touching stuff, and I'm gonna start doing this and start getting the day going. But I need to really get myself focused so that I can go about my day. So after I spend time with God, and I'm listening to um something inspirational, whether it's a song or reading something, telling myself, you got this, affirmations as they call them, telling yourself like everything that you have to face today, God already went before you. He handled the stuff that you couldn't. So
Yeah.
whatever you have to handle, He knew you were strong enough to do it. So you only got to get through today. Tomorrow's going to have its own issues, but you only got to worry about today. So I try not to even. I might look at the calendar and see what's tomorrow, but I'm like, I'm only got to worry about today. So as long as I tell myself that I can go through it, I don't have to stress over nothing. As I said, tomorrow got enough cares for its own. I
Yeah.
stay in my day.
Oh, that's good. That's a good concept, because as women, we definitely stress over everything. Like we stay stressed. We stay in the
Hmm.
future, and men are day to day, but they're kind of like in a box. Well, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But yeah, I like what you said about.
Can we talk about it a little teeny bit? Can we talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Because
So
somebody else
so so
said
this
that
is
to
what I
me,
know.
and I'm like, they they are they don't really think like.
Well, because they're compartmentalists, right? So this is what I know. This is just from my godmother, who's a psychologist. She's a therapist, right? So men are, so when you describe us in psychology, it would be like a woman is like a pancake, and a man is like a waffle, right? So men have compartments. They got little compartments, and they put things in these compartments. So you got a compartment, this got a compartment, da 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 da, and that's how they function. And it's always one. So they don't
Mhm,
they can't multitask. So they don't have the ability to really.
mhm,
Some men, and let me say it this way: some men know how and have tapped into their
right, right.
ability to know how to multitask sometimes. But for the most part, it's one thing at a time. And if you try to get a man to do more than one thing at a time, you're gonna be upset. So that's on
Mhm,
you, not on him, because he can't do it. So know the
right, right.
limits, right? So with a woman, we're like a pancake, and a pancake is everything. Everything is considered. Everything is thought of. Everything is on the schedule or on the mind or da 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 da. Like we can multitask with a lot of things all at once, because that's just how God made us, right? And that's the difference sometimes. So it's kind of difficult for. It's like I always tell a lot of my girls, like especially in relationships, know your limits with your partner. know how to, okay, so I will give one task to Sherman Boone, right? And that's it. Like, the expectation is it. That's it. I have no other expectations but that and that only. Because if I give him more and then he fails at it, I'm frustrated. I'm aggravated. You know what I'm saying? And that's just pretty much what it is. So you can't really, you have to know their limits, and they can change it and make it better. You know what I'm saying? If you just work on it, but it has to come to the point where, that whole phrase of accepting the person who you're with, accepting them for who they are. And if you're not going to be willing to do that, you're going to stress yourself out. If he come home and he always putting stuff in the middle of the floor and that get on your nerves, you keep telling him to do, so guess what you're going to have to do? Go out, buy him a bin. So like, honey, here you go. If you want to put your stuff in the bin, put this in this bin right here. So now you got organized chaos, right?
Right.
You feel me? And some women like, why I gotta do all that? Like, he should just be big enough and grown enough to know how to clean up after himself. Unfortunately, no.
Right.
It's unfortunate. It really is. I went through that. I went through that. Like, and because I'm a clean, neat freak. Like, I got everything got to be organized and right. And I lived with a pig. I mean, this man was junkie monkey, girl. I mean, car, house, room, everything.
That's where the help me comes in.
Right. You feel me? Like, yes. And so I had got enough of being stressed out and tired. So eventually I had to go to counseling. And then I figured it out. I learned that men, you got to give them one thing at a time. And it works. So now I'm not stressed out no more.
There you go.
See? Boom. There you go. But yeah. So, and it's just I think that we have to management period, managing your emotions, staying in that place of no. So you talked about what you do. So let me tell you what I do. Sometimes I so I like to meditate, and I'm a Christian too, but I do like to meditate, and I listen to this thing on YouTube. It's called an I am. And it's just a affirmation of, you as a person and speaking those words. So it'll say, I am loved. I am strong. I am, and it just goes through a cycle of that. And I just sit in that. I sit in that because, you have to feed yourself the right stuff. If you're around an environment that's constantly feeding you negativity, 9 times out of 10, you're going to pick it up. You're going to become a habit of your environment, and so I try to create an environment that is inspiring and encouraging and empowering. And I think that that's something that's very important. Like you said, like what you do, I love it. You sit and you sit with the Lord, girl. You sit with the Jesus, and that's important. It's important. That stuff is important. It's especially now. You know how this world is right now? Like, crazy. It's crazy. People.
It's so easy to just live out the day.
Girl, they shooting and stuff everywhere you go. There's so much stuff going on around here. COVID got everybody crazy. It's a crazy time right now. So because I started this company in 2020, and so I said, if empowerment ain't needed right now, I don't know what is. If that's not something that needs to be had right now, because right now we're falling apart. There's women falling out from the seam, like bleeding out from the seams. They're leaking all over the place. And some of them don't even know it. So it's just,
listen, we did. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, babe.
Go ahead, finish. No, I was thinking, because of COVID, we did a grief series, for Fresh Genesis, and you would be amazed at how many older people were grieving. And not just from COVID. Like, we thought it was just going to be, oh, you lost your job or you lost a loved one. People were holding on to stuff from out, like being a mom, um, how they raised their kids and their kids didn't turn out the way that they thought they would, and they blame themselves. They lost people years ago and they're still not fully grieved. Some people, like, it was stuff that they were carrying, and it was people that are in their 50s, 60s, like, and I'm like, I'm thinking I'm here for younger people, and oh yeah, y'all come on with us too. But people are carrying things and need to really, they need to be empowered to get past yesterday. Like,
Yep.
and we thinking about today and tomorrow. They need help for yesterday, and we're like,
Yes.
oh, just get up and go. I'm like, what? Like, I was so shocked because we're thinking like, oh yeah, today we got you, but who dropped the ball yesterday? Like, I'm glad we're here, but I didn't know what to do or what to say, and I'm so happy that I'm not the only person that was there talking. Or like, we had experts come in. We had people talking about how grief affects your heart, how you gotta forgive and let that stuff go, or like all this random, not random, but we had different topics
Right.
about how grieving is like really, it's a huge subject. And I'm just still in amazement, as you can see on my face. Like, I'm just like, wow, like just blown away, because life is hard. And like, you think that people, um so many things happen to you in your life, you don't say anything about it. Then once you start talking to a therapist or a friend or a sister, and it just starts coming out, you don't know where it came from. Then they're like, oh girl, get yourself together. But I can't. Like, I held this in, so I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I didn't know I was going to act like this, because I never told nobody. So it's a lot. Like, we gotta have places for people to be able to
Yes.
share things,
Yes,
because
yes.
it's a
I
lot.
so agree with you. And that's why I'm loving what you're doing. I really do. I appreciate it so very much. And we got to come together. We got to do something together, because this is crazy. Like, it I can't do nothing but agree. Even in conversation that we've had in our tea times and stuff, it's just like, you would think people don't socialize at all, but you get them in this moment and you allow them to be vulnerable. And girl, the
Mm-hmm.
floodgate, it's the floodgates. Like, and they be like, I wasn't even trying to do that. And so guarded. They're so self-guarded. But it's just like, I believe that, it's strategic. God is very strategic in the things that he does. And I believe that these platforms and these places for us, because we carry a lot of stuff. We take care of a lot of stuff. God made us to
Mm-hmm.
be nurturers. We taking care of a house and family, and we go to work, and we're taking care of our bodies and all kinds of things. And we're loaded nonstop with so much things. And it's like, if you don't know how to squeeze that sponge out and get rid of some of that pressure, it's going to take over you. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And you wonder why you got a lot of mental
Right.
health issues, and all of these. And you said something really important, like stress. Stress kills you. Stress will literally take you up out of here. And it can
Literally.
cause, yeah, it
Literally.
can cause, yeah, it can cause some inward issues and problems. You like, why is all this stuff breaking down? All because you stressed out. And it takes more, what they say, it takes more, I think, muscles in your face to frown than
The
to
frown.
smile. I think it is. What is it? It's either smile or frown,
Mm-hmm.
something of that
That's
nature.
right.
Like, one of them is right. So it's more muscles in your face
No,
to
you said it
frown
right.
than it is to smile. Ain't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. It's like, why hold on to this stuff?
Okay.
And I'm just like, as long as I'm here, as long as I'm breathing, I'm going to make sure that I, um, give us space for, as much help as much as I can. That's my goal, and that's something that I want. I really want a lot of women to be empowered because it's nothing like having your own power.
Yeah.
And I say this to a lot of people. One thing about me is I'm stubborn, and I don't like nothing and nobody to have more power over me than me. I'm not. I don't like that. You will never. You can never get me out of myself unless I allow myself to. So, like, I deal with
Mhm.
attitudes. I deal with all kinds of stuff. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes you gotta catch yourself, reel it back in. Like, wait a minute, hold up. You gotta catch yourself sometimes. I'm not invincible now. I ain't. I'm not.
Right.
I'm imperfect sometimes, and I have my moments where I could be that girl, but I don't like to. I don't like to be that way because I like to be in charge of me. I like to know how to handle myself in
Mhm.
every situation, right? And that's something that's greatly taught. Like, do you guys do that like in your business? Wait, did you say what you do again?
Mhm. Yeah, so we basically the real technical term is we create a foundation for the soul of a woman, for spiritual, mental, financial, um, emotional, and physical wellness for your wholeness. Um, I'm just the connect. I'm the networker. I bring the experts to you. You get the information, and I'm the host. I lead the talks. And then we share our own experiences. So I might have gone through some things that might help you see that there's some joy or some hope, and somebody else might have, and you lean from each other, and you grow together. Um, I did have something I wanted to say, and so how we got started. You were talking about having the ability to control your own emotions and yourself. I started this because I was making a lot of dumb decisions as an adult. I will say like in my 20s, as a lot of 20-year-olds do. Um, I was making decisions and I went through like a depression. I went through everything that you could think of in regards to your holistic self. Um, and I was that person because I felt I didn't have anybody, even though I had a real strong support system. I felt like I couldn't talk to anybody because everybody knew my mom, or everybody knew this person, or everybody was from church, or everybody, you know what I mean? Like there was people around me all the time, but I didn't feel like I could vocalize anything because I was the princess, or I was
Yeah,
whatever in somebody else's eyes. So I was like, well, if I need help, that means there probably is somebody just like me that needs help too. So
yeah,
I started Fresh Genesis as I'm like, well, if I have to go talk to this person, somebody else needs to talk to this person. So instead of me going by myself, let me grab my sister and let me bring her along with me so that we can all grow. Like I said, we grow together. Um, and I really, when you were talking about having that place, I'm like, everybody doesn't feel that they have it. So whether I had to create it so that it can happen, or I had to find somebody like you who is doing it, we can't be afraid. Like you said, we got to be in charge of our own. Um, we got to be an advocate for
doing
ourselves,
it.
and that's what I feel like. I'm an advocate for those people that feel like they don't have one. Like that's my main thing. I'm an advocate for those that are was under the underdog or the underprivileged. Like I'm that person. My heart, I think I really do think I'm an empath because I can feel so much. And I'm like, I know that you hiding something. Like you might be real loud and you might be doing all this stuff, but I know there's something behind that. And I want you to know you can talk to me. Like I don't care.
Girl,
I
that's
might not be able to help
discernment.
you with
That's
everything,
what
but I know
that
somebody.
is.
I'm gonna say it's so heavy. It's so
Right,
heavy sometimes,
right,
but
right.
I know somebody that can help.
Yeah,
If they say I do sometimes, but I don't set out to be like, oh, I'm the one all the time. But I'm like, if I've been there, I've been there. And I'm like, I know that I literally, I want to say 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I got stripped of everything mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, physically. When I say I could drink water, I was throwing up water. Like it was really bad. And I'm like, if I can come from out of that place, I know you can go through whatever you're going through. Like when I say I didn't know, I didn't talk to God. Like you talking about, saying I sit before God now. I didn't sing. I didn't talk to God in the shower. I didn't do nothing. Okay, because I was so in a bad depression. I'm like, something. If I can get out of that, I know there's life on the other side of whatever you're going through. And I try every day to just say one day at a time. Literally worry about today and tell yourself, like, renew your mind. We're talking about the thoughts that you have, and being in control of yourself. You got to be able to pull yourself in. Give yourself grace to have these moments because you are human. But then don't be like, don't throw it away,
Right.
because you messed up this one time. No, every day you get a fresh Genesis. Every day you get a new opportunity to start over and get past whatever you messed up yesterday, and just do it. Like, just start over. And that's what
I
you got to
like
give
that.
yourself grace to do. Start over.
I like
It
that because
happened.
Genesis represents beginning. I like that. I really, really like that, and that's
I
true
know.
because we're not. It's one thing to have an experience, but don't get stuck in it, right? Like, let's not get stuck
Mhm.
there. Like you said, just have a. I like that. Have a new beginning every day, girl.
You get
I
one
like
every day.
that. I like that. I
You
really
get one,
do. I got to get you to come to speak. Girl, yes, that's wonderful.
girl.
So listen, I'm having a tea time at the end of this month. So maybe you can come, we can link up and you can come and talk to the girls for me. How you feel about that? Got you on the spot.
I will let you know. I gotta make sure I'm not doing nothing, but I will let you know. I
Yes, that
want to
would
be
be
there because I promise
right.
it sounds like what we do. So I'm definitely, I want to be a part of one of them at least. I gotta make
Yeah.
sure I'm available though.
Okay, yes, it's definitely impromptu. We come together, we eat, and we really share and we talk and we have fun. We play games, and it's just this unjudgmental moment that we have with our girls, and
Mhm.
I love the concept that you just said. Like, that's really great. That kind of encouraged me too, right? Because sometimes I get caught up with day to day stuff and trying to make sure I hit the marks. And sometimes I don't hit the marks. So then I'm like, I take it really bad, right? I take it like to the heart and I'm like,
Mhm.
oh. And sometimes I get discouraged. So I like that concept, like, okay,
Yeah.
this is what today entails, but tomorrow's not, it's new. Tomorrow's new. It's a whole new day, and
Hmm.
it's a whole new opportunity to make a difference, make it right, change whatever. Da, da, da. So I like that concept. Like that helped me. That just helped. So thank you. That really helped me
I'm
out.
not saying learn from what happened yesterday. Like, what did you wake up late? Like, okay, so you woke up late yesterday. What you got to do so that you don't wake up late tomorrow? Like, like I know when my mood is off. My mood is off when I'm rushing, and I'm like, that's because I overslept. Or
Yep.
I added something to my day that wasn't supposed to be there, and now
Right.
I'm mad because I'm trying to squeeze 18 things in. No, whose fault is that? Like we was talking about that. Whose fault is that? That's
Right.
your fault, and you got to
Right.
own it. But
Right.
that's where the whole accountability comes in. You got to own your own stuff, but then give yourself grace. Like it happened, but now you just fix it, make adjustments. But don't act like you got to blame everybody else in the world for your stuff because then now you angry and
Right.
that's not helping you either. So
Right.
take it accountability for yourself and just change it.
Right. I love that. I so love that. I am definitely encouraged right now in this moment. Because I don't always and I'm a perfectionist and I think this is my first time ever really admitting that. I like things to be, in right. If I'm gonna do something, I like it to be right. And I'm like that with business, I'm
Right.
like that with work, I'm like that with my family, relationships, like everything. And so when it's not perfect or when it's not on point the way I want it to be, I get a little frustrated.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get, you know, depressed about it or sad or whatever the case may be. And I got to take upon that mindset like, okay, this happened today. It's not the end of the world. Sienna, snap out of it. Tomorrow's a new day. Let's learn, like you said, learn what it is. and take accountability, fix it, tweak it, change it, and keep it moving, And I like that. That's really cool. So what I want to do is I want to bring this flyer up on screen so everybody can see, and then I want you to explain to us what exactly are we looking at. It's probably going to overlap us though, but
Okay.
so tell us what
Oh,
this
they can
is.
see us. That's cool.
Yep.
So this is our financial wellness session. I talked about us being in a grief series last year, but this year we're doing our Because I'm Worthy series. So I'm trying to get myself, there we go. Because I'm worthy, we talked about so many different things. And I know we're in an endemic and we're going into a recession. We're in this inflation period, of life right now. So the topic of money is really big. It's scary to a lot of people. Everybody want to make money, but people don't really want to save money because we need it for so many different things, or we want to do it, but we don't really know how to do it. We don't think that it's possible all the time, especially when prices are going up on everything. But then we want to invest, make our money work for us, but we don't know what to invest it in, how long to do it. Everybody's doing Bitcoin or some type of crypto now. Should we still do stock? Like, we don't know. We got so many questions. So we have Philadelphia's, I want to say she's our number one financial connoisseur, Rachel Hannibal. As you see, she is the founder of Missing Peace Financial Group. If you look on the flyer, she has a 843 credit score. She saved her year's savings in a year. Literally, if anybody knows how to do what we're trying to do, she does. So she is going to be our speaker on this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. to 12:30. That's what it says on the flyer. However, we're cutting it short to about 12 o'clock for the regular registration, because we have a VIP session that is a Q&A just for our VIP. So for $30, you get the Q&A with Rachel. She also has an ebook. It's like a workbook for your personal finances, and you get the replay of the session. So we also have a way, if you would like to donate, you can get the replay as well. If you can't make it, for as little as $10, you can get the replay. So if you would like to come and join us and get this information, it's totally free and it's on Zoom. I know that this is worth way more than free, and she is amazing. Like, I can't say nothing else about it. She's amazing, and I know you won't be mad that you attended. I'll say it that way.
Nice. So listen, y'all register, okay? Go on there and register and support her. What she's doing some great things, and so y'all go ahead and y'all get up on there and y'all support. I'm definitely going to be there in the building. I'm gonna register and do what I got to do, my part. Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm gonna be in the building. Well, on Zoom, right?
Awesome.
Yes, I love that. I love what you're doing, and it's going to be great to be able to do some work with you and a couple of other people that I have connected to. I mean, I'm connected, and I don't like to always spill out who I'm connected to, because some people take it the wrong way. But at the end of the day, you just gotta be like, well, you're just gonna take it the wrong way. Um, but yeah, I'm really connected. Huh?
I said, you know who you know.
Right, and that's the thing. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my connection. I mean, so a little quick backdrop story. I'm a singer, so I sing, and my singing had put me in place with a lot of, like, kind of like famous gospel singers and stuff. So like, my connection kind of goes in that direction. And so I'm blessed to be able to I'm trying to put something together now in that regard, for the empowering of women, to bring some people in to talk to women and stuff like that. So that's kind of something I'm trying to do right now, that is in the
I want
working.
to be there. I want to be
Yes,
there.
yes, absolutely. So I'm trying
Oh,
to
that's
get
right. I like
people.
music.
Yeah, absolutely. I got you, boo. Listen, I'm trying to get people who doing what we doing. All my sisters get us together. I like business-minded women. I like entrepreneurs. Like that's the mindset that I have, and I'm trying to help in any way, shape, or form that I can. To push even whomever it is. Like so we not only just kind of empower, but we like help with resume building, finding jobs, like all of this kind of stuff. Like I'm trying to help in any way, literally any way, shape, or form that I
Right.
can. And I'm bringing my influences and people that I know to be a part of this to help me with it. And you'll be amazed as you keep going and keep going. Don't stop doing what you're doing. It may get rough sometimes. And sometimes you may not have
Mhm.
the response that you're looking for, but I just want to encourage you and say, keep going. Because it will definitely pay off in the
Mhm.
end. And it's going to take the right person to see it, and you'll never know. You're going to end up on TV somewhere or whatever the case may be. So I want to definitely encourage you, keep going, keep doing, keep doing, because you're doing
Girl,
some great things, especially in the kingdom. I love it. So we definitely got to touch bases and get up
you as
together because
well.
I want us to collab some kind of way, shape, or form. I don't know how or when, but I definitely would love, love, love to work with you on something. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, my
likewise.
all right, my dear. Is there anything else you want
I
to
like your
say before
spirit.
we get
I like
off?
what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, girl. Somebody gotta do it, right? I love Kevin Hart,
Listen,
right?
but it's a lot of people that doing things. It's a lot of people doing stuff that don't have a good heart. Like they say they're about people, and it's really about them. So I can feel that that's not what you are doing or what you're about. So it definitely makes a difference. And that actually helps people get that safe place, like they feel that they have a safe place when you have a good heart. So I appreciate even meeting you and being on here with you. I hope that somebody got something out of what we shared, um, and that they take it into consideration that what I shared last was that today is a day and tomorrow's another one, right? So don't worry
Mhm.
about what happened when you close your eyes. Wake up, don't even let that get to you. A lot of times we wake up like, oh my gosh, yesterday was horrible. Listen, you get a fresh Genesis every day and just take advantage of it one day at a time.
I love it. Absolutely love that. I love that. That's gonna help me. Girl, thank you so much. I appreciate that one. That was for me, y'all. That was for me. Is there anything else you want to say before we get up off here, homie girl?
No, but you can join our Facebook page. It's called Fresh Genesis.
Yes,
Super
send it to
easy.
me. Send it
Um,
yeah, can you send that to me?
I can,
And any
yeah.
any anything we're doing, you can also go to so my website is beautybows.com. You can all the information you can see up there. And what I'll do is I can put your information up there as well so people can reach out to you and stuff. So if you have flyers, listen, send them to me. I'll put them up there. I don't have a problem. I'm gonna put this up there on there too. So when you go to Beauty Bows, you're gonna see your flyer up there, okay? Are you all right with that?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I want to
So
say we
good.
do
So
the
good.
same thing, similar thing.
Yes,
I want to say the same.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, and I do it from the heart. It is from the heart because I know what it is to be helped. You know what I'm saying? And I want to
Mhm.
give back as much as possible. So thank you so much, honey. Thank you so much. This will not be the last time she will be on here, y'all. So I want y'all to go and support her, okay? All right. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, honey. Have a good
Thank
night,
you for
boo.
having me.
You are so
Good
welcome.
night.
Good night, honey. Listen, y'all, if you need more information and you need to see the flyer again, go to Beauty Bows. That's BEAUTIBOWS. And I'm going to put the flyer on there so you guys can see that for this coming Saturday. Listen, y'all got to support her. She's doing some great things, especially in Philadelphia. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm inspired. I'm encouraged by what she's doing. And I do believe, too, that she's doing it from the heart. So that's amazing and it's wonderful when you can share your love to the world around you. And that just creates a better community. So I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Lauren, for being a part of this live tonight. I really do appreciate you so much, sweetheart. Guys, don't forget to share, like, and share. Please go to YouTube and subscribe. Hit that little button, that little button right there. Hit it. Subscribe, please, so we can spread this word. Spread this word. Listen, I'm here to help my sisters out. Y'all come join me July 30th. Come join me in December for our Christmas ball. Come in. Let's just come together, period, and let's be encouraged. Let's be empowered. It's important. It's very important for you to have your empowerment. You heard what she said. Today is today, and tomorrow is a whole nother day. So you get to relive it all over again. So let's leave today here, and when tomorrow comes, let's focus and refresh ourselves for tomorrow. So I love that. I'm taking that with me. I'm putting that right in the purse. Yep, and it's with me. Is with me all day for the rest of my life. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, share, and more share, y'all. Please, please, please. Thank you so much. I'm Lady B. I love you guys, and I mean it. Don't forget to come check me out next Wednesday at 7 p.m. I love you guys, and I mean it. Have a good night. Bye.